Originally played in the credit scene of the movie The End of Evangelion, the song Thanatos, If I Can't Be Yours, tells a somber tale of a person realizing that their love to be is no more than an impossible dream. The tragic song is written in a chronological fashion where we follow the narrator's initial doubts towards the inevitable confession that their love was a mere fallacy. It ends by posing the ultimate question of what am I if I can't be yours? So what would you do? What did you do? Do you lay bare against the weight of reality and take the shattering blow head on? Or do you cross the valley of the shadow of death that separates you and them in the name of love? I chose the latter. We are all searching and looking and hoping for something. For some, it's money. Others, it's success. But for me, it's always been about love. What could be more pure, more wholesome than two people committing their lives to each other to form an eternal accord of trust and devotion? Can you tell me how you met Daddy?
I met Daddy in high school. Actually, it was the first day of high school. And he was with a group of friends. I was with a group of my friends. And that's when he noticed me and came over and introduced himself. That's how I met Daddy.
Did he used to stalk you around and stuff, or?
Pretty much every day after school, I would try to get out, and no matter what time I left school, he was always there. He used to appear on the train, going down the steps from the school. He was there each and every day.
I wasn't stalking. I'm not a stalker. I followed, everywhere if she went to a class, I tried to be there just a little bit ahead of time to say, I was just in the area,
But you still followed all the normal conventions, you were very gentleman-like you.
Oh, very, 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 very. I was a gentleman. When we chose to date, it took maybe 2 or 3 weeks before I kissed her. Held her hand, kissed her hand. I was a gentleman.
Yeah. You're still married to this day, right?
32 years, bro.
32.
32 years. I love her very much. Sometimes we have our ups and downs, our disagreements, but that's what life is about, and coming together, and two people coming together and sharing their life together. So it was good. I mean, it's still good.
The rational man who spent his life digging through endless theory and axiom to discover the meaning of infinity. But I find it in love. It is an experience and feeling that is undefinable, boundless, and thus infinite. Words and language and numbers cease to define it. That's what matters to me, more than school, work, or even the future. The pursuance of something not easily obtained, but the thing that requires not one, but two to tango. It's love, however crazy and stupid it can be sometimes. Yet, in this fast-paced and seemingly unethical society, sex got easier to obtain, so true romance became harder to find. People skip all of the old gestures and go straight to third base in the name of pleasure and instant gratification. They do it with as many people as it please and avoid relationships because of the pain it could cause. But that's not real. That's just lust. Maybe I'm outdated, but I'll keep preaching my old soul song for this new world order to hear. What I felt for her was pure, unadulterated love. At least it was what I felt until I hit a roadblock. The undeniable force of reality stopped me in my blind race and ordered that I ask myself the cold hard question, what am I if I can't be yours. We had been talking as friends for a year until we had our first major fight. Disagreements are a healthy part of any relationship. They reveal our true colors under duress, and from them we either birth stronger bonds or signal the end of all affairs. For me, however, that period made things clearer than ever before. The facade that I was immersed in was wiped clean, leaving only the weight of the truth for me to bear. Up to that point, I was so transfixed on what could be instead of what this was. It was a naive and hopeful boy chasing after a girl he thought was the one. A girl he had chose because he confused her basic kindness for potential romance. And years bygone, he was alone and thirsting for any kind of love and affection, so he clung on to the first girl that came his way. They were nothing alike, not in religion, morals, or beliefs, worlds apart. That little lion man founded his entire life and purpose on what could be instead of what it ultimately was. When I sensed that I could never be what she needed, all I had to do was just say goodbye. Every night and day were spent gathering reason after reason. Just say goodbye. Love song after love song was listened to, looking for the proper words to justify my earnest treason. Just say goodbye. Endless conversations were had to announce this act of defiance, the start of a new season. Just say goodbye. Because this season holds honest reason for my final act of treason.
I'll forget you. I won't remember arms that pulled me in soft and slow. I'll forget you. There has to be a way to let you go. No more shadows, no dreams of leading in the dark above you. I will forget how much I love you. Any day.
We spend our lives living in a world of lies and running from the truth with each step. Fed up with folly, I stopped. I quit my endless chase and opened my window, my heart, my soul to the truth that reality was trying to speak to me. It was no longer a debate of what I would be if I couldn't be hers. It was the simple fact that she was preventing me from being anyone at all, draining me of all my passion and vigor and shriveling me to the core into an empty, soulless husk of a man. I was choosing her instead of the ones who loved me more, my friends and family.
Oh, what's good? Yeah, yeah.
You're mad loud. You're mad loud.
Like you're supposed to be setting example for that. Why am I getting cut? He's mad loud.
Y'all trying to see the footage? We got y'all right here, boys. How y'all looking? How y'all looking?
Look at that. She cheating. Yo, she cheating.
Who cheating?
Anna, she cheating.
I can't even.
I can be someone with or without her. I am me, and this is my declaration of independence. You just have to open the window to truth, to reality, and let the light in. On that infamous day, February 14th, a day meant only for intimate love and passion for one another, I was hell-bent on making it anything but for her. To confront her for everything, end it all, and just say goodbye. We got this, we got this, I said to myself repeatedly on the bus ride to school. I had one goal in mind, one destiny to bring to fruition. Neither the cloudy sky nor the potholes and bumps in the road would dissuade me of my one true purpose. After fourth period, the moment finally came. She, the enemy, was spotted at the tip of the hallway to my 12 o'clock, steadily approaching my position. My heart weighed heavy with sorrow, anger, but most importantly, resolve. The light blue tiles that enumerated to the floor drifted out of reality. Those beige lockers to my side ceased to exist. On the empty battlefield was simply her and I came to wage war. Each step felt like an uphill battle, with her standing notoriously at the climax. Past her and over that ridge awaited freedom and the new dawn I so desperately sought. So when our paths finally met, she had done the unthinkable. She committed a crime that no general, no dictator could ever combat. A heinous felony that could rob the mightiest of kings and gods of their destiny and leave them wallowing at their knees in agony and anguish. She waved, said hi, and continued to walk on. It was as if our previous altercations night before hadn't occurred, and she just resumed life as normal. In the face of my ardent anger, she showed simple mercy and compassion. I wanted to give my long and triumphant tirade to cease our relations, but all I could do was utter the word, "Hey." There I stood, frozen and confused once more. Every ounce of bitterness had evaporated from my soul, only leaving the candid thoughts of what could be had I tried with her just a bit more. Once more confusing literally the most basic form of kindness or potential romance.
But I fell for the promise of a life with a purpose. But I know that that's impossible now. And so I drink to stay warm and to kill selected memories. Cause I just can't think anymore about that or about her tonight. But I give myself 3 days to feel better, or else I swear I'll drive it off a fucking cliff. Cause if I can't learn to make myself feel better, how can I expect anyone else to give a shit? And I scream for the sunlight, or a car to take me anywhere. Just get me past this dead and eternal snow. Cause I swear that I'm dying, slowly but it's happening. And if the perfect spring is waiting somewhere, just take me there. Just take me there. Just take me there. And say, and lie to me and say, lie to me and say, it's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright.
I wish there was a better conclusion. I yearned to say that was it, but it wasn't. It never is. Months have passed and I'm still talking to her just as friends, just as pals like we always were. I travel in never-ending love circles with her. Days where I would be afraid of love and run. Days where I would be transfixed on the idea that we're not the same and that I can never be what you need. And days where I wish to press erase so that I could do the race. And still every sacrifice, every move was a scream for your embrace. Screams that fell upon deaf ears. And even if they didn't, it was your apathy and indifference that hurts all the same.
Man, think about these girls, man. It's hard to describe. It's like you want to love them, you really do. And you want to believe they love you, and they probably do, but it's just so easy for love to just get lost. It's so easy for love to get lost. Especially if you know your A game and it's clip for you. You could love them, you could love them to death, but you can never trust them. You wanna know why? You just can't trust them. I mean, I'm not saying you can always find the one you can trust and love, but you can't just go right out the pocket trusting them and loving them. You can't let them know you love them because then you take advantage. Especially, imagine you got your girl going to college and you're gonna trust her. You're gonna trust her. She probably loved you, but you know how girls are. It's just like us, you know. Your girl far away from you, there's girls all around you. They're not gonna stay down. You're not gonna stay down. No, you can't. Man, you know, you can't. You wanna love them, but you can't love them. You wanna trust them, but you can't trust them. Cause you trust them, you lost. You lost in the relationship you already given.
I say to myself all the time, I don't know why I bother still talking to her. But deep down, I know it's because I still love her. Even when I try to stop talking to her, I always wind up starting again. I can try and ignore the feeling and run, but at the center of all that hatred is love. Those feelings of what could have been will never evaporate. They are real, and they are living within me. Love and hate are two sides of the same coin, and can only exist in the context of each other. Some days I'll feel the former, and other days the latter. Yet the persistent switch between them feels like a curse. I once prayed for our hearts to be forever intertwined. So is this my punishment? That she can be in my life as a friend, but never anything more. These feelings and emotions that I harbor will forever be dormant prisoners to the platonic love that reigns supreme. In return are only friendly and polite gestures, nothing more, nothing less, nothing that this little lion man wants or needs. She is my poison, and yet my sanguine inebriation, giving me life and sapping it from me with each encounter. This picture of pain that I paint with my pen becomes plain prose for propane to feel the purpose of your own, my passenger. Beyond love, there comes a time in all our lives where we must stare down the barrel of the gun and question everything. What we choose to do in the existential moments define who we are as human beings. Maybe I chose to be a hopeful lover, perhaps a coward, and nothing close to Prince Hamlet, just a tool, and most certainly a fool. So who are you? What will you do? What did you do? Because in this twilight, our choices seal our fate. But if for a moment I could stop and truly consider everything, I don't think my problem revolves around her. No, she's not to blame, never was. Rather, it's the need for love and acceptance, the thirst for just someone, anyone to care about me. Friends and family will always be here, but we all need that sort of pure and romantic love in our life that friends and family can't offer. We're not as stoic, not as independent as we hope to be. All of us connected, dependent on someone, something for love and mercy tonight. I want to be free of this sick feeling. I want to be me again. I want to be with the right one wherever she might be. But at the end of the day, it begins with just saying goodbye. It begins with declaring that I don't love you anymore. It begins with finally answering that question. What am I if I can't be yours?